Hi, my name is Meyon Jacobs, and you're watching Two Mics Up.
007.
What up, everybody? It's your man, Dame DNYDC. It's Monday night. You know what happens on Monday nights. Two Mics Up, live here on the Mogul TV Global Network. And man, tonight is interesting in the sense that you ever just meet someone that really is bigger or better than what you expected just in a brief conversation. It's kind of like, looking into the stars and you see shooting stars and rising stars. Well, that's what's happening here tonight on Two Mics Up, man. We rocking with a rising star. This sister is an amazing upcoming, she's going to be blazing the trail. I can see it, on the big screen, the TV screen, you name it. And I know you all sitting here like, Dame, okay, with the T's, with the T's, with the T's, but this is what I got to do before I bring the energy, before I bring the smile. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me tonight on the other mic is the incredible, the lovely Meyon Jacobs. Meyon, how are you doing this evening, sis?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I look blessed. And like I said, you are definitely one to watch, especially in our opinion. And before we really dive into, the meat of who you are and the work that you've done, we always like to start with that personal question. Take a moment to just tell us and let us feel, because I feel the energy and love just talking to you, who you are. Who's the person when she's not working, when she's chilling? Who was Meyon Jacobs?
Oh man. Well, I was born in the South, so you might feel a little bit of that energy from the South. I was born in North Carolina. Come from a big family. Just we always like to make people feel welcome. So anytime I meet anyone, I always try to be as kind as I possibly can. In my downtime, I'm really just I think right now, because I just stepped onto the scene, technically there's no downtime. If I'm not filming, I'm learning. If I'm not learning, I'm studying. I'm, trying to up my game. I'm going to classes. I'm doing the most that I can to make sure that when the opportunity comes, as they have been, I can just seize the moment. But I'm just chill. I'm relaxed. I like to cook, throw on some Marvin Gaye, a little bit of
Okay.
music, just chill.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. Okay, so no, okay, you a Tar Heel?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Tar Heels
Yeah,
all the way.
okay, yeah, because I wasn't gonna throw the other one out. I figure I might
Oh,
as well
wait,
start with the most.
Duke. You talking about Duke?
No, oh no, we up here where I'm from, we call them Dookie. But
Ooh.
no, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about your cross round rivals, the state folks. But yeah, I know
Oh,
they haven't been
yeah.
on the radar for a while. But I do love the fact, and I can see, where your energy and you, like I said, coming from a huge family and a loving family, man. When did you realize, right? What was
Right.
that spark for you that said, you know what, this is it for me?
That's a twofold question. So originally, I started off in music, and I started off in music because I spent a lot of my summers with my great grandmother, and she would take me to church Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
Wow.
Sunday. We were always in church. I was like, well, I need to do something while I'm here because I'm tired of being pinched.
You was that
So,
girl. You was that girl in church.
yes, all the time. And I ended up getting into the choir and just performing the songs on Sunday that we would rehearse throughout the week and seeing how it touched people. I was like, I have to know how to do more of this. And subsequently, at the same time, I have a younger sister. And I've always been someone where I can hear something one time and repeat it back to you perfectly. So we didn't have cable. So we would watch movies at my friend's, and then I would come home and act them out for her. So I didn't realize what I was doing was acting, but I did that for a very long time. Moved to Atlanta, did music, and then I went with my best friend to an audition. She was the actor, I was the singer. And the producer
Okay.
came out and he was like, "Are you here for the audition?" I was like, "No, I'm just support." He was like, would you like to audition? I looked at her. I was like, is it okay? She's like, yeah,
Mhm.
girl, go ahead. Gave me the script. I had 5 minutes to learn it. Learn it. I learned it, and then I actually booked that role. And that was my first role.
Wow.
Thanks for
Wow. Wow. That's incredible. And I can see like your energy, that bubbliness that
yeah,
you constantly have, you know, kind of played into that, right? And now
yeah,
we spill fast forward where, we were talking, before we came on about, how, we came across you, just sitting back on a Saturday, chilling with the wife. Yes, fellas, my wife has got me on Element. I'm look, I'm that guy now. I'm that guy.
it's
Um,
good. Check
it,
it
it it is.
out.
No, it is. Yeah, I mean for real. Check it out. But it's twofold, right? Before I even really, I guess what I wanted to say even before that, like also
Mhm.
caught you on Queen Sugar, right? You
Yes,
play with a powerful
Tamika.
cast. Tamika is your role with the powerful cast. But before I get to Tamika, like what is it like? Because you're really working on the direction, with an amazing, the amazing Ava DuVernay, in that
Yes,
entire set. Like, what is it like one to really work with one of I really want to say today's living legends, and
yes.
to be working on such a powerful cast and a powerful show?
Oh, the energy was insane. And actually, Queen Sugar was my first TV role. Like that was my first big TV role. So I was like, oh my
Right.
goodness. I was shook. Okay. I knew I was walking into a cast of like really amazing people, and I just wanted to do my best.
Mm,
Working with Ava and Kofi, I was kind of in my head a little bit. So I was in the
right.
trailer, and I was like, okay, I got to make sure I get these lines right. I got to make sure I get these lines. And
Right.
Miss Tina Leopard, she walks in, and I didn't even realize she walked in because I'm in my head and I'm going through the lines, and she goes, well, who are you? And I was like,
Huh?
oh, hi, I'm But she said it in such a sweet way, like, are you, get out your head. She could see that I was in my head. And that kind of broke me out of that. And I got to sit and talk with Kofi for probably hours because on set sometimes
Wow.
it's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Right.
And we just talked. He's such a down to earth person, and we finally made it to set. And I actually got to work with Ava, and I can't express the energy she gives you
I can only imagine.
fuels what you're able to give her. And I could hear when I did something right, you could hear her go, yes, yes. And I was just like, oh,
Okay.
yes, I'm
Okay.
she's so encouraging. She's such an amazing person. I that's my goal, to be able to work with her again. But
Oh,
the cast was so dialed in, their energy was just so focused, and being able to see that as a first time experience really kind of
right.
set the marker for me for how to, go about being on
And
set, being around people, acting, getting in the moment. It really set the tone.
wow. And that's why I have that, because does that something like, because really being able, you have the rare opportunity really to step out and step into something such, as grand as that, and to have that type of backing. And now,
Right.
was there any one or two maybe specific things that you took from that and put in your pocket now that you carry with you as maybe you prepare for auditions or new roles that still resonate with you as you're kind of still going on your journey?
Yes. A lot for actors, we want to get it perfect. We want to get it right.
Mm,
Um, but just her saying, "Well, who are you?" It was so much behind that. Who are you? Like, I see you're in your head. Let's talk. Let's,
right.
relax the energy. It's you're gonna be okay. It was kind of that mothering kind of, and it taught me, okay, even though we want to be perfect as actors, people don't want to watch perfect people. They love
Mm,
seeing the
true.
imperfections. They love seeing the struggle. And
True.
if you study so much that you make it perfect, you're not, the audience isn't going to be able to connect
Mm,
with it. Um,
that's so
and
true.
that's literally the message I took from it, and I carry that
Hmm.
all the time. So I'll do the work. I'll, rehearse. I'll build the character, give her all kinds of things, favorite colors, memories, and then once I've got it down, I let it go, because whatever
And
happens, I want to be present.
I really love that, because you just in what you said, I think we all strive to have some type of perfection
Mm.
in what we do. But
Right.
looking at it from the audience perspective, if it's
Right.
too perfect, then you're like, oh man, she's not real. Or that character, right? When we're talking
Mhm.
about that character, man, that character that we all be saying, oh, that girl, that's some bitch. We know she fake as all get out, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
to hear you, really talk about that, like how did you learn, or was this through your schooling maybe, or going through the arts to really
Mhm.
delve in? Because I like how you said, you really give your characters that color or that
Mhm.
flair or that piece. And
Right.
how did you learn to develop that? Because I think that's really key. And it sticks in my head now, like when I think back and I'm watching you, in my mind, on Queen Sugar, or what we're going to talk about, sabotaging the squad. Like, where did you pick that attribute up to be able to actually apply that as well as you do?
Oh man. So shortly after filming my first taste of being in on the screen, I was like, okay, this is something I really love even more than music.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, now I have to delve into it. So I studied Stanislavski, method
Mm,
acting,
hmm.
Meisner method, all these different methods. And they kind of all boil down to being real, being in the moment,
Mm,
and being human. And I
right.
had to ask myself, what is it to be human? What does it mean to be
Hmm.
human? And
Right.
sometimes I really fight with not being perfect. No one is perfect. And
Mm, love
we
that.
all, when we're rooting for a character, it's because you've seen their flaws, you've seen their insecurities, you've seen their ugly, and you're really rooting for
Yep.
them because you connect
Yep.
to them. And
Hmm.
being able to watch movies as a young girl, when I think back, those were the movies that really like touched me, like
Yeah.
Waiting to Hell, Boys in the
Hmm.
Hood, just so many movies. And none of
Right.
those characters were perfect. They all had major
Flaws.
imperfections.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what we loved because they were
So
so
true.
honest. There was
True.
honesty in that.
Hmm. It really shines through with you. And I cannot tell you how much I love your passion.
Thank you.
Just the passion that you just speaking, because right now I'm reliving it in my head as you're talking, these roles that I've been able to see you in. And I think passion is really important, right? But I do want to ask important, because right now we kind of live in a day and age where sometimes that passion seems like it's getting, I don't want to say if it's being squelched or
Mhm.
pushed to the back. We had the Taraji and Oprah situation, speaking
Right,
about, pay. And then we fast forward, we have Cat Williams just kind of opening up Pandora's box about anybody and everybody. For someone
right.
like yourself, who's relatively new and really getting into this, does that really put pause on your passion to continue to build or develop your craft? Or do you
Oh,
just kind of look, no, okay, go ahead.
absolutely not. No, no, no. I think one thing that my grandmother always taught me is when you love something, when you're passionate about it, you don't let anybody knock you
Mm,
off that
right.
road. So when I grabbed a hold of acting, I really grabbed a hold of it. And if you think about it, almost every avenue has its struggles and
Yeah.
its issues, whether it's being a
Mm-hmm.
doctor, being a lawyer, the justice system, the
Right.
hierarchy in hospitals, it's kind of a pick which fight you want to have
Where
thing.
exactly,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. So never, even in times, because acting is a whole bunch of no, no, not this
Mm,
time, no, no,
mm,
it's a lot of no. And you have to have that passion to be able to
mm.
say, okay, I didn't get this time, next time, next
I
time,
like
next time.
I like that, because that's the side, again, that's one of the sides that we don't see as
Right,
fans, right? We don't see how many times that you've gone to an audition and have been told no, or how
right.
many times you may have gone in for a role, but they give you zero and you're kind of like, eh, and we don't see that, right, we don't see that part. All
Right,
we do is see the glitz and the glamour of the work that you do. And I love that you say, you're not really in a position, you're going to fight for it, right? And you're going
right.
to keep pressing. And that also just makes me want to ask then, like, when you say keep pressing on, like what is something that maybe is, even though you're still relatively new,
Mm.
and you're not going anywhere, please Lord, I hope not, but what's on your bucket list? Like, are there any other things that you want to complete?
Well, I just actually finished filming the lead for a movie. Um,
Okay.
on my bucket list, I would say growing up, I loved watching movies with very strong female characters.
Okay.
And um, one of the things on my bucket list is to have a Laura Croft type role.
Okay. Okay.
I
I
love
love that.
action. I love action. I love drama. I've got 10 years of MMA under my belt. So I'm
Stop it. For
always,
real?
yeah, yeah.
Yo, for real. Okay, so what are we studying in? What arts are you? Boxing, stand up, wrestling? What, like what we all at?
More, I lean more towards taekwondo. I love kicks.
Okay.
I'm
Ah.
5'8" and a half. So the legs are long. I'm tall. And then I say secondary is boxing. My
Okay.
stepdad is a expert, ex
All
semi-pro
right.
boxer.
I wow. See, you learn something new
Yeah,
every day. What would you be interested at some point? Maybe again, acting is definitely your thing, but have you ever thought about maybe going pro or testing the MMA waters for real? Like,
absolutely. It's funny that you say that. So, not too long ago, but before I really grabbed a hold of acting, I was in MMA, and this was in Atlanta. And my coach tried for, I want to say, about a year and a half to get me to start competing.
Okay.
And he was like, just think about it, just think about it. And I remember calling my mom, being like, Mom, the coach, he wants me to maybe, do some competition. She was like, they don't wear helmets, right? I was like, they don't what? She's like, they don't wear helmets. I was like, oh, no, I need this.
Okay. Yeah, right. I know that's right. Since we ain't messing up the moneymaker, right? We ain't doing that today. I know that's right. I love it.
That sort of made me go this way. Because I was
Okay.
genuinely thinking about it, and then when she said, they don't wear helmets, baby, I was like, okay.
Okay. Okay. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, man, look, we got to take a short pause for the cause. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors here, Two Mics Up, for allowing us to be able to sit here with the amazing Meyon Jacobs. I mean, this sister is just full of, like I said, rising star. She is a full bag of everything, and I'm here for it. I hope you guys are here for it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short pause for the cause. All right, man, too much. They don't wear helmet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. The incredible, the superstar, rising star, Meyon Jacobs. Look, we had so much fun in the first half, just really getting to know Meyon and her work on Queen Sugar. She got hand and foot game, y'all. If y'all don't know, in the MMA game. But I want to switch real quick. We talked about sabotaging the squad, and
Right.
if you could, Meyon, just take a moment, give us some background about, without, you don't have to give too many spoilers because we want people to watch, about the movie and about your role as Missy, which was, man, yeah, man, I was there for it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen. Okay, so in Sabotaging the Squad, I am in the role of Missy. Without
Mhm.
giving away too much, so Missy uh, moves to a new town, and she has a daughter who is a cheerleader. And as we all know, how sometimes the cheer mom circuit can be, it gets
Mhm.
really rough, and she has a bunch of trials and tribulations, and things get a little scary, a little touch and go there. But you got to tune in to see what happens, and you got to tune in to see what the issues are. But it's a really great film. I had an amazing time filming it. I met so many amazing people, cast and crew, and I just had a blast doing it. I had my first being hit over the head with something, and it was fun. It was
So speaking of that too, because you're I got you. We can say you're comfortable in the space of maybe some of the physical acting, right? And
right.
some of the physical part. Like, do you really dial in or engage in? You have the opportunity, or do you sometimes say, "Oh no, we need to double. We need to get somebody in here for that."
Yeah, I literally do as much as I possibly can. I'm the one that they're like, no, baby, we need the double for this. We can't do
They got to pull you
but I,
back.
yeah, we need the double, honey. But I try to do as much as responsibly as I can. I as much as they let me, I will do, and I hope
Right.
to one day do all of my stunts. That would be
I love it.
fantastic.
Now you are definitely off the chain. I love the energy. Um,
Thank
Speaking
you.
of that, are there any other areas that you feel that you may grow or look to grow in as you
Mm.
grow, in the entertainment industry, meaning maybe writing or producing or directing? Is that maybe something that you foresee for yourself in the future?
I never say never.
Hmm.
I have immense respect for those that are in front of and behind the cameras, the writers, directors, because none of it's possible without
Right.
them. I think there's so many already established and up and coming writers and directors that I want to stay in my lane. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
acting.
Okay.
I'm gonna let them have that, but love and respect there for them. I see how hard it is. It is not easy. And I think they hone their craft just as much as I hone mine. So I'm like, respect. I'm gonna stay in this lane.
Respect that. Okay, that's fair enough. Well, I think you can maneuver in just about any lane that you choose.
Right.
And I'm going to change a lane. I just want to ask, I don't know if you're a big football fan or anything like that. If you
Mm,
watched the Super Bowl that just passed, but
right.
a little segment that that I like to call, we just gots to ask, and we saw, and you probably saw the comments, with Usher's halftime Super Bowl performance. We
Right.
had him and Alicia Keys, who may have been off key. We had Little Lord Fauntleroy, who may have been Jermaine Dupri. And I'm just curious to know for you, like, what did you feel about the halftime show? Was it a hit? You know, was you expecting
I
maybe more?
honestly, I went back and I rewatched it because you're in the moment in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yep.
who's gonna win? I went back
Right.
and I
Right.
yeah, being that I've grown up a little bit in Atlanta for about 10
Hmm.
years, I was I thought it was amazing. It's not easy to get up on the stage and perform with live mics.
Yep. Yep.
That's hard, especially in front of all those people. And all I saw all over the Super Bowl in Las Vegas was just representation of Atlanta. He had the marching band, um, he brought out the skates. That's a big thing in Atlanta.
Yep.
It
Yep.
was reminiscent for me because I haven't been to Atlanta in quite a while. So I
Wow.
enjoyed it, and seeing Alicia and her just pushing through her performance with a
Yep.
whole live mic, I don't know if she's performed in a while, but I
Right.
nothing but respect for her.
Yep.
She kept going, and I thought she did an amazing job.
I thought so.
At,
Me personally,
yeah,
I thought it was a great halftime.
yeah, yeah,
But we can be very critical of our own. And it wasn't until
yes,
you start reading some of the comments, um, that, like you said, I went back and watched. Like, but I was watching based off the criticism
right,
that in the moment, I just thought it was dope. I mean, we talking
yeah,
about Usher, one of the greatest, I think, of our generation and of this time.
yeah,
As a male vocalist, and like you said, I'm not from Atlanta, but understanding some of the culture and the acts and what he brought out, I thought it was
right,
amazing. But we
yeah,
can be brutal. We have some of those rooms that throw shade and different things
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
So,
I
but
mean,
I,
I
I,
didn't. Oh no, go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead. No, please
Oh,
go.
I was just saying, I didn't even know there was any criticism for the performance. Like, I think maybe also because I'm approaching it from being an artist,
Even
it's
artists,
staying, not sounding like you're winded, giving
right,
that energy. And
right.
it's not 2 minutes. It's a good little chunk of time.
It's a minute. Yeah,
Yeah, skating, dancing, giving it all that energy and that love that you just felt from that halftime performance. I thought it was amazing. That's just
yeah.
me. I think a lot of people
I
thought it
agree.
was amazing.
I did too. I did too. I can't lie. But I just want to, just want to be current with things. We just kind of read through things. I just want to get your opinion as an entertainer, as an artist. But we are in agreement on that part.
Yeah.
Man, time flies when you're having so much fun. This has been a great conversation. And we're coming to the back end. I really hate to see this come to an end, but I do want to allow you, Mayon, are there any future projects or anything that maybe you can speak about that you
Um,
will see in the future, in the near future?
yes, in the near future, I just filmed a film. I think they're still changing the name, but the last I knew it was called A Kill for a Kill.
Okay.
Um, Auditioning for some pretty big networks right now, and I'm pushing it. Like I just stepped on the scene, but I've gotten a great response. I'm building my network, meeting a lot of amazing people, getting in the rooms, and just hoping to continue to to film and to build my filmography. I literally just wrapped up. I want to say a week and a half ago, filming this
Wow.
amazing thriller as well.
Well, look, it's an honor and a pleasure for me to be able to be here with you and to be a part of you and really embarking on your journey. And
Thank
having had, 30 minutes of your time today to just to get to know you better and to just really enjoy your energy. It means
thank
a
you so
lot and it really does. It really goes a long way. And I'll be remiss without before you going. Please, is there any social media information or anything? Because I really want our audience, look, ladies, y'all got to go out and support this sister. I mean, look at the smile. She is amazing. So we'll make sure we
Thank
put that in the credits, as we close. But please go ahead and share your social media.
Yeah, absolutely. I have an Instagram. It's Meyon Jacobs official. Really, that's the only social media that I have, but I post so much there, especially in my stories. I try and keep everyone updated with all the news, what I'm filming, what I've just wrapped, what's up next. So it's been so amazing to have this moment and this space to be able to speak with you and to, you know, reach out to your audience, and I feel honored. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, sis. I really appreciate you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Mayon's rising star here on Two Mics Up. Make sure you check her out. Go out and support her and all the work that she does. And just so that you know, next week we'll be coming back with a brand new episode. We'll be sitting down with the incredible actress, model, singer, Shireen Crutchfield. She'll be joining me next week. I'm excited to sit down and be able to catch up with Shireen and just really chop it up and see what she's been up to and what she's got coming up next. I'm your man, Dame DNYDC. I'm the host of Two Mics Up, Damon Cunningham. For some of you, you can follow me across social media, IG, Facebook, and X at Dame DNYDC. You can continue to follow Two Mics Up across all social media, IG, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Two Mics Up. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and go down there and subscribe. Before you leave, hit that bell so you can be notified about all the newest content coming to you from me here at Two Mics Up. And like we always do at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to do three things: stay safe, stay blessed. Mics out.
007.